Xin Chao, what's up everybody? Alright, in this video we are going to talk about an interesting story that I read. Two Korean YouTubers are here. They were by the Coochie tunnels, I think 50 miles away. They both decided to rent scooters and go for a little cruise around on their scooters and go camping for the night. Well, as I've always said, don't make Vietnam, you know, a bad vacation by having your first scooter experience here with little to no experience on a scooter before. It's just not going to be a tremendous idea, you know. It's not going to be the trip you're looking for. I've expressed this so many different times in different videos. I have met, with my 3.5 years being here, I have met, I'm not even exaggerating, 20 to 30 expats in casts, in bandages, broken feet, broken arms, road rash. And guess what? It's all from the same thing. A lot of them rented the Expat El Special 150, you know, the little dirt bike with the knobbies on it. And yeah, they get hurt. Now this Korean guy, he went head on with another Vietnamese. They did a header, head to head. I think it was pretty low speed, so his face kind of really just got jacked up. Nothing more than just like kind of some heavy damage on the face. He'll be all right, but what they ended up doing is they cut their trip short. You know, they had to take him to the hospital. You had to get the stitches and all that stuff. You know, it went from probably a fun trip to a not fun trip anymore. All just because you wanted to take a little cruise around on a scooter. There's a lot of things that you have to get used to here before. I would not almost recommend to anybody to come here on a first vacation, jump on a scooter and drive around. And if you've only been here, I think the guys were here for like 5 days, 7 days. And on top of only being here 7 days, there's just no way. That's not, I don't care if you've been riding a motorcycle since you've been 5. It's just not a smart thing to do. Sure, there's gonna be plenty of, I'm like this too. When I was younger, I've been like, F that shit, I know how to ride, I'm gonna get bike day one. I'm gonna cruise all around. You know, with age, you learn some things, and I definitely did not jump on a bike right away, and I have a ton of experience on motorcycles, you know. I exclusively drove motorcycles in LA through rush hour all the time. Not that that compares to Vietnam in any way, because Vietnam, as we know, is a whole nother deal. But, you know, I had some pretty good experience handling speedy traffic and aggressive drivers. And still, I had no desire to be like, let me jump on a bike and go cruising around right away. You know, I waited about, I think I got a bike after 4 months. I got my MT-15, maybe 5 months, might have been 6. But I rode around the back of a Grab. I saw how they handle traffic. I got used to it. You kind of figure out it's not as hectic as it really is. That you've got to let go a lot of the rules you learned in the West, you know. You have to understand and learn the way that they drive. And it is completely different. Like, you can get yourself so pissed off here driving around. I have one buddy here that lives in Saigon, and he's 10 years older than me, and he just gets pissed all the time still. I'm like, why are you still trying to apply American driving in Vietnam, dude? I'm like, just let it go. And he drives crazy and aggressive. I'm like, just slow down. And where are you gonna be, dude? You're gonna get there 2 minutes quicker, if that. Usually it's the same scenario here, like as it is in America. You know, the guy will be driving all crazy and shit, and you'll be like, whoa. And then at the light, you pull up right next to him. So nothing's been achieved. But what's the point of getting upset about it? A farmer's market? Somebody trying to make money off them white people. There's a Bowser. I don't like Bowser, but my friends loved it, so you know, I think it's Taiwanese something. Taiwan food. If I remember right. I was not a fan at all. but my friends love it. So what I don't like and other people do, so there's, you know, probably could be good. So I mean, it's up to you. You can if you want to. If you want to learn how to actually drive a motorcycle here and or scooter, if you want to learn how to do that, you can go on my channel. I'll try to dig up one of the videos. I'm terrible at doing that, I always say, but I always forget. But I'll try to dig it up and put it at the end of this video, how to drive in Saigon. It's just, you know, would you rather have a great vacation where you don't go home in a sling? Or would you rather take the risk and go home in a sling, or a cut up face, or, you know, road rash on your whole arm? You know. And let me tell you, when you break things, they hurt again later when you get older. You know, I broke quite a few bones, and I really don't have a lot of issues with a lot of them, but my arm definitely hurts on occasion. I broke my elbow, and my arm hurts on occasion, more than on occasion. It hurts like every month. So I mean, I would prefer not to break anything. You know, if you're here on your 3rd or 4th trip to Vietnam and you've ridden on a bunch of grabs and you got motorcycle experience, or maybe even your 2nd trip, go ahead and rent an automatic scooter, you know, and give it a shot. You should be okay then. I don't see why there would be a problem. People just kept saying they don't want to be on a Winway anymore, so here you go. We're on a totally different street that I don't even know if I've ever walked before. Some kind of defunct lounge. It's got a nice sidewalk though, so. Ha ha. Ha ha. You know, it's an art form to figuring out how all the driving works here. You know, there's a real, like, look at this. It's the only time you really see him not do crazy stuff is like, but you'll even see Vietnamese take the inside on a bus like that. And you'll just be like, wow, dude, you are ballsy, man. Like, and the biggest thing I'd say, if you're starting to drive here, which a lot of Westerners tend to do, I don't know why, is start driving crazy and fast. Like, it's not for me, man. I got another buddy that drives like a psychopath, and he's lived here for a long time. He drives like a Vietnamese. I'm like, that shit's gonna catch up to you, dude. I'm like all the other, a lot of Vietnamese have been in wrecks. I'd say almost every Vietnamese has been in one wreck or another throughout their driving motorbike journey, maybe even more depending on the driver. But I'm like, dude, you should slow down, man. That shit's gonna catch up to you. And he's like 48. And I'm like, you don't want to be in a hospital here, and you don't want to break something, dude. I mean, you can call me a pansy if you want, or a pussy, but I'd rather be safe than sorry and have a great vacation here and not get hurt. You know, there's been a lot of deaths lately too on accidents. Dad and his kid just got killed the other day. 2 kids got killed today. Just younger, like 16-year-olds, got head on from a truck. And there's nothing you can do when you get head on from a pickup truck. That's one of those box trucks, actually. It's lights out. You're not coming back from that one anytime soon. So I mean, I'm just giving you opinions and stuff. Like, you don't have to take my advice. You can come out here, and I again would say probably 90% of people are going to do just fine getting on a motorbike and driving around. Maybe 85%. I wouldn't be able to. They don't have any statistics on for like tourists that get in accidents type deals. But yeah, I mean, use your own judgment. If you think you can really handle it, like I said, get a twist and go. Maybe practice somewhere first, even though, again, that's another difficult thing. They don't have parking lots here. So like finding an open above ground parking lot, I don't know where there is even one. Really, I have no idea. Pho? Doesn't look like a very good pho. This is not the pho I'm looking for. Not that I'm looking for pho. That would not be the pho I ate. So just be aware. It's probably my biggest not to do thing on your initial trip over here. If someone asked me like, what would be your biggest tip of advice on my first trip here, that would probably be it. That'd probably be, well, probably second guess thinking. And then the reason you don't need to drive a motorbike here, even around Coochie where those kids were, you can rent a driver. There's Grab everywhere. It goes from north to south. Or there's some kind of taxi dude in some kind of car. So you can always get somewhere. So I mean, there's no real, maybe if there was no taxi system, no Grab, which is way better than Uber, way more efficient. Like, and then like 5 other services on top of that. B, you got this guy here in the B, one up and coming competitors. So I mean, it's just, I don't see the reasoning, if you get what I'm throwing down. Again, up to you. You can do what you want. I don't think we've ever walked around here on camera. Have we? I don't know. I've walked so many places. So we walked from District 3 to District 1 as we've been doing these talking vlogs, running it back. But like I said, just get a 125, 150 automatic, newer bike, not some piece of shit, piece of crap from with brakes that are all shitty. Check all that stuff before you take off with the bike. Rent it from a reputable shop. There's quite a few. Just look them up and look at the reviews. I'm not going to recommend one over the other. If you do have a actual motorcycle license, I think if you get the AAA one, they'll let you rent a bigger bike. A lot of places now are making you have a Vietnamese for a bigger bike, the A2 for the bigger bike, which is pretty hard to get. So anything big, you're gonna have trouble trying to rent, unless you maybe pay them a significant amount of money or leave a pretty big deposit, so they're not all worried about it. And they'll probably keep your passport on a big bike. There's a shit ton of money down here. Money. I think that's the video. If you have anything to add, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Again, you can sign up for the Patreon for as little as $5 a month, 16 cents a day, and that supports the channel. I am going to be saying that in every video. Sorry, I have to promote it. It's just part of being a YouTuber. So if you want to see why I'm pushing the Patreon, again, you can sign up. Take a look at that video. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.